Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a layout share, and I haven't counted these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So not as many as last week, but still more than I thought I would do. As you may recall, I'm using my Scrap Backwards kit mostly, but occasionally I go off my scrap or away from my Scrap Backwards kit, or I pull something from it and then go get some Spectrum sherbet to go with it. And most notably, I've used this wide washi tape a couple of times, and I also go to my own stash for, like, this washi is from Sweet Rush, and I have some Sweet Rush items in my Scrap Backwards kit, so I pull those in to match. So that's kind of how that works. I'm gonna go through these and kind of tell you a little bit what they're about, and whether there are, like, this one has a video. It's for my Scrap Backwards, my Monday Scrap Backwards kit, and using week 4 rules, which were to do some stamping and some song titles and so forth. And this is a photo of us outside the brunch restaurant where James and Barrett took me to brunch before I left on a jet plane to go for my UK trip. And then once I got to the UK, this is a page kind of in response to one that Helen did, Helen Parker, Helen Rockabilly Girl, or Island Scrapper, as she's known on YouTube. She scrapped this photo. And so I printed that photo and did something. She had stamped Island Scrapper and Scrappy Kathy, our YouTube personas, down here. And then I found this and this from the Dottie About Flair crop. And these are photos of 2 of the donkeys that she works at the kind of a donkey preserve, and she's named them and written poems about them. And so I did a page kind of in response to hers. And if you watch the video, there is a video on this. This is for Around the World, and we're all this month I'm doing every day a video for Around the World. So this was that day's video, and the title of it is called Special Moment. This is a purple page, and my good friend Gwen Towell and I did when you see a bent corner, that's the way I packed it. And so when it shipped, it was like that. When she gave me those corners were not bent. And anyway, I took some photos outside the church that was used in Broadchurch, the TV series, and it's in Clevedon near Bristol, and I went there with Emma from Mind the Scrap and her fiance John and their adorable puppy Harry. And so instead of me taking pictures, there were no pictures on my camera of the church or of any people, but I took pictures of purple flowers with 2 different settings on my camera, the same shrub with those purple flowers. And so I did a page about them. And this one is Girls Just Want to Have Fun. It's Katie and Allie doing a selfie at a concert, and they're wearing the necklaces that I got for them on my trip to the UK. It was actually a stop on the cruise at, I believe that was in La Coruña, Spain. And And Adam was there with me. If you're watching the video now, Adam, you recognize those necklaces. And this is what I got James for Father's Day. I missed Father's Day because I was away on the trip, but I went shopping with Adam right before the cruise, and I found these pajamas. It says Nacho Average Dad, and it has nachos all over the boxers and then on the shirt. And he loved it. He immediately put it on upstairs and then came back down and said, "You want to get a photo?" He didn't say that. He said, "Look what I've got on." And I said, "Oh, okay, got to get a picture of that." So he propped his leg up and pointed in at the shirt, and I filtered it. This is an example of that amazing washi tape from Spectrum Sherbet, and I just to make it a very simple page, I did that. I don't think I have published that on the Craft Plus, but it works for that. And this does not have a video. This one, let's see, does that have the video? It has, yes, it's Mixed Media Mayhem, and the mixed media is this back there. And this is about the luggage, and I've got a whole bunch of other photos back in here about, you know, with the luggage in various stages of opening that box. Adam packed it really, really well because it had been kind of messed up in the first couple of attempts at sending it. So anyway, I'll fix that later. This was just a page I did because I absolutely love that photo. And this was done with my Scrap Backwards kit, which is all older Mind the Scrap kits. And this one was done for Around the World. And I think I did that one maybe close to the weekend. And then there was a surprise challenge at Dottie About Flair, and now known as the Flair Hut. And it was a sketch challenge with a recipe. And this was the sketch, and instead of paper framing it, I used that washi tape that was from Sweet Rush. And a lot of the other stuff on here is also from Sweet Rush. And I just sprinkled sequins kind of all around. And some of them stuck better than others. But I'm not going to let that stop me. And, oops, that one's loose too. When I do the encrusting, sometimes there are staples that are staples. There are sequins that stick to the page in random places, and I leave them there. And sometimes there's enough glue to hold them, and sometimes there's not. But that's just a glorious photo of Ava's glorious smile. And I love it. And then this one is it's probably my favorite page for the week. It's called Valley High, and I used, this was a almost totally Spectrum Sherbet page. I die cut from a Spectrum Sherbet paper. I used rub-ons. I color matched with oxide inks, and then I stamped with the same color ink on top of the stenciled circles, and I added all kinds of fake mixed media with Katie Perteit's lovely stuff. I was noticing the other day that maybe this would look more like a vine if I took this piece out, but it seems to be connected, so I'm just gonna consider that embossing. And this one is a sketch in the rainbow of sketches, and the colors were red and pink, and that was the sketch, and so I used some red and pink on here. Mick Jagger was wearing a really bright red shirt, and I was wearing a shirt from the November concert, the Stones concert here in Atlanta, but this was at the Stones concert in the pit, just that close to him in Liverpool. And so that's kind of what that is, and it's titled Honky Tonk Woman, because that's what I had to feel like, right? And I will tell you a story. My son wore, I got him a t-shirt from that tour, and he wore it to the gym. And someone said, "Oh, did you go to Europe to see the 60 tour?" He said, "No, my mom did, and she was in the pit, and she was, just right there." And the guy says, "Now, how old is your mom?" And so he said, not too old for that foolishness. And this is my design team or guest design page for Spiegel Mom Scraps. And I don't do shaker pockets often. I like fake shaker pockets because they're I don't know, they just look different. But I had this cut file that was given to me by JoJo Kelly, and I divided up each section, and I put in 7 different sequin mixes into the 7 different sections that I divided it into, and did a page about Johnny's fish, and then I found a fish at the pool. So he and I both have similar fish, although the little human that belongs to this fish has picked it up and taken it home, so it's no longer at the pool. But I love this page, and I love how the stenciling with the oxide ink on the navy blue, kind of doing it like that, it looks like there's some shadows and waves and stuff going through. So I'm very happy with how that page turned out. And this one is just a photo that was taken of James at one of the concerts that he's gone to recently. He goes to millions of them. And so I just did a page about how he loves all the music and buys all the tickets, and he's and he takes all the kids, and occasionally he takes me. So this is a page that I did as a sample page for Lisa Sikorsky's Scrap-A-Sketch Rainbow of Sketches. And this was the sketch that I was given, and Johnny chose it for me. And the color was yellow, so that had to be the main color, but I could use other colors. And Johnny specifically said I could use purple because he knows that's my favorite color. So I pulled out some purple and added a little purple section in each one of the circles, and kind of also put in some green there. And I die cut some purple vellum into these butterflies, but I had to include a blue one because that's Johnny's favorite color. And this is the gift that he gave me when I bought him this shirt in France, because it just looked like a little French sailor shirt, and he looks like a little French sailor in it. And I bought it at a place that is very special to his family. And so when I gave him that gift, he ran back and made me this gift. And he gave me this pencil and this coin. And so this is going to go in the album with this, but I have photos of those that kind of slide behind there, and I put kind of color matched embellishments, so you really can't tell. It just looks like layers behind the photo. And I love that page. And I love Johnny. And this one is a football page, and I used photos that were taken on Friday night at the game, which our team came back from being behind. They were down 14-0 at the half and came back to win 21-14. And I used Spectrum Sherbet and some bright orange and Spectrum Sherbet orange flower and chipboard piece. And the rest of this is from the Mind the Scrap, previous Mind the Scrap kits, including these and the film strip. So lots of, and some bumblebee flares because we call Barrett Bee. And then this is the last one. This is one that I did again with that washi tape down as a panel. It kind of took the place of this panel that was in the sketch, and I turned the sketch on its side because of the orientation of my photo, and then did an extra cluster kind of, around, because the requirements were for 3 clusters. And this is a photo of us as we were, a selfie we took as we were leaving our cabana in Bora Bora to head back to the ship to head off to our next port on our South Pacific cruise. So love this page, and it will go in the album next to the other Bora Bora page, which has the blue side of Spectrum Sherbet. So that's it, and I thank you for watching, and I'm sorry that I didn't tell you all of the challenges. Oh, you can kind of see that I messed up a page here, but I just used the other side. I used the smooth side instead of the gorgeous dotty side. And this one was for, this does have a video, it's for Scrap Squad Sunday. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.